What if one football transfer didn't just change a club, but changed an entire country's future? When Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Al Nassr in January 2023, many fans laughed. They called it a retirement move, a final payday. But within months, stadiums were packed, television deals multiplied, global superstars followed, and Saudi Arabia suddenly became one of football's biggest talking points. This wasn't just a transfer. It was the beginning of a much bigger plan. After leaving Manchester United, Ronaldo faced one of the biggest decisions of his career. Europe's elite clubs showed little interest in signing a 37-year-old forward on massive wages. Then Saudi Arabia made an offer the football world had never seen. A contract reportedly worth around $200 million per year, including salary, commercial agreements, and image rights. It instantly became one of the richest deals in sports history. But Saudi Arabia wasn't simply paying for goals. It was investing in something far more valuable. Because wherever Cristiano Ronaldo goes, the world follows. Just a few years earlier, the Saudi Pro League barely existed on the global football map. Outside the Middle East, very few fans watched its matches. International broadcasters showed little interest. Most foreign players arrived near the end of their careers, and the league rarely made headlines outside the region. Everything changed after Ronaldo arrived. Millions of fans who had never watched Saudi football suddenly tuned in just to see him play. The league gained worldwide exposure almost overnight. And that visibility became something money alone couldn't buy. The impact was immediate. Crowds grew larger. Shirt sales surged. Broadcasters from around the world rushed to secure television rights. Sponsors that once ignored the league suddenly wanted their brands connected to it. Then came the biggest surprise. Other football stars started following Ronaldo's path. Karim Benzema, Neymar, Sadio Mané, N'Golo Kanté, Roberto Firmino, Riyad Mahrez. Within a single transfer window, Saudi clubs attracted some of football's most recognizable names. The conversation had changed. People were no longer asking why players were moving to Saudi Arabia. They were asking who would be next. But these signings were never only about football. They were part of Saudi Arabia's long-term Vision 2030 strategy, an ambitious plan to diversify the country's economy beyond oil. Sport became one of its biggest global investments. Formula One, golf, boxing, esports, and football. Each event introduced Saudi Arabia to millions of new viewers around the world. Then came another major milestone. Saudi Arabia secured the right to host the 2034 FIFA World Cup. Suddenly, the new stadiums, massive investments, and superstar transfers all fit together like pieces of the same puzzle. Football had become a global stage for the country's future ambitions. Of course, not everyone sees the project the same way. Supporters believe Saudi Arabia is building one of the world's fastest-growing football leagues while creating new industries for the future. Critics argue that football is also being used to reshape the country's international image. Both views continue to fuel debate. But regardless of opinion, one fact is difficult to ignore. Since Ronaldo's arrival, the Saudi Pro League has attracted more global attention than at any other point in its history. One signature sparked a transformation that reached far beyond the football pitch. Cristiano Ronaldo may have joined Saudi Arabia as a football player. But his arrival became something much bigger. A symbol of ambition. A global marketing powerhouse. And perhaps the most influential transfer football has ever seen. So here's the real question. Did Cristiano Ronaldo transform Saudi football? Or was he the final piece in a plan that had already begun? Let me know what you think in the comments.